So happy New Year, first of all, to everybody, and everybody who's watching. Happy New Year to you both, lads, and welcome, obviously, back to the Road to Cheltenham New Year's Day watch along. We've got some good racing at Cheltenham, Tramore, and at Fairyhouse. First of all, last night, lads, big shenanigans or quiet night in? Jack, start with you.
Yeah, quiet one. Went for something to eat with the missus and the little one. Went for something to eat, had a few pints. Was home and asleep by 11:15.
Happy days. Andrew?
Stayed at home, got a takeaway, a few glasses of wine. Kids were up longer than we were. But yeah, that's the joys of getting old.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was in bed for 8:30 and woke up at 9:30 this morning. That's how rough I started to feel last night. So, yeah, a super quiet one. It's obviously all over now, sadly, Christmas and everything else. But that does mean there's only 69 days left until the Cheltenham Festival gets going. Between now and then, boys, before we start previewing the racing, apart from the DRF, is there a meeting that you look forward to in this period between now and March that you most look forward to, but you can't choose the DRF because obviously that's standout? Andrew?
There's not standout per se, but it's one that I go to every year, and I think I've been to for the last, would it be going on 20 years now? The Toy Estes at Gorman Park, the last Thursday of January. Myself, my few other cousins, uncles, Sean, and a few others always meet up in Cleary's before. A few pints there, wander over there, and hopefully there's no fog.
Perfect. Back into January as well. So if you're doing Dry Jan, it's an excuse to quit it a little earlier.
Dry January, what's that?
Wet January. Jack, have you got any meetings that you look forward to? It can get a little bit bleak, can't it? The quality.
Yes. Especially over this side of the water, Liam, it sort of dies down a bit now. I know we've got Ascot and that to come, but it sort of just dies down and such. Probably Ascot at the end of the month, and I like the NACE meeting. I think it's the start of February or mid-February. There's a NACE meeting. It's the one that Imperi Pass won. He won the hurdle race before he went and won the Ballymore. I forget what the main race is. Can't think of the top of my head. But that NACE meeting, I look forward to it on the Saturday and Sunday. But I don't go racing now until Cheltenham. Like, there's not, especially where I am up north, there's not really any big meetings to get myself down to now until later in April.
No, fair enough. I think for me, it would probably, I don't know why, I think it's around about the 22nd of Feb. I like the Kempton meeting. I quite enjoy that one. I went a couple of years ago, and most of your decent horses are obviously put away for Cheltenham, but I've always quite enjoyed that one. For anybody who doesn't know, we have been putting together our anti-post selection. So off the back of the watch along on the weekend, on a Monday, we do a Spaces review show. So if people want to go and tune into that, there are prior episodes that have been recorded, so you can go and find those over on the channel. But just to give you a bit of insight as to where we're at, obviously all of this is geared towards Cheltenham, reviewing the weekend racing with a view to making a few quid in March. So you can find all of these anyhow over on our pages. But Jack, you're sat quite pretty. Corbett's Cross, Kelhistor, Only by Night. Are you relatively happy with where you're at the moment, mate?
Yeah, relatively happy. Kellistor was entered in the Lords and Ace, that he's not going. He's going to be a 2-miler. I think Kay Dorothy, who we mentioned on our review show the other day, I think he'll be the 2.5-miler going forward. I think this would be JP's main shot at the Supreme. I look forward to seeing him out again. Only by night. Yeah, I'm hoping to see her at the end of the month, the 2.5-mile race that Cromwell mentioned. I think if she wins there, she'll half in price again. I won't bore everyone with what we said in the review show, but Corbett's crossing a bit. I was really confident on him going into the Ryanair, but with his King George run and Spillans Tower running into 5th, I think maybe what Spillans Tower done the John Deere, maybe JP might prioritise Spillans Tower Ryanair now, maybe go down the national route with Corbett's Cross. It's a bit like, but I'm hoping not anyway. But listen, I can't just judge it off one race. We'll find out more when he runs again next, hopefully at the DRF. But I keep my fingers crossed, but I'm not as confident as I was.
No, I'm in agreement with you. Hopefully he doesn't go down the national route, because I really fancy him for that. Andrew, the king of value. We always knew you love value, really. Dancing City, decent value there. Galloping the King, again, some decent value. And you put 2 up on Monday. I imagine you're quite happy with with your 4 of your 10 that you're going to put up over the course of a few weeks?
Yeah, look, I'm happy as a now. Look, could come tomorrow and 4 of them could end up just all of a sudden being gone. So I don't like value until it's in my bank account. Look, Kansas City, his form was franked yesterday, so that's looking okay. Galop de Champ, there won't be a horse within an arse's roar of him going up to Cheltenham Hill. Work ahead, I think, is a cracking bet in the Supreme. His form has kind of worked out. He was second behind Jasmine DeVoe and the Enabler that's coming out and win. And Gaelic Warrior, I think, has been massively overlooked in the Champion Chase. And 5 to 1's a fair enough price, but a horse with John Bonnet's not poor favourite, just can't have him around Cheltenham. He's not as good as he is in flat tracks. And I think he's more than willing to take him on with a young horse improving who's going to come on for the run and will come on even a stone more for not having Patrick Mullins on the back.
Fair enough. No, I think you're sat in a nice position there, mate. Absolutely. And then for myself, obviously, I've put up 3. I've taken Andrew 1 in the Brown Advisory. The Jukebox Man now away, and almost definitely will go the Brown Advisory. You would have thought, even though he will hold an Arkle entry. Country Mile for the County Hurdle. Had a nice little run in the Formby to maintain or even have his mark chipped away at slightly. He is still available at 16s with Denise, I think. And then Olympic Man, I put up a horse I'm really looking forward to seeing, who I'm hoping has been declared for later this week. He was entered up, but any race I can see him in one of the novice chases. And I think 14 was actually a really good price with Hills, although I'm not sure when they go non-running no bet. I'm not sure for how much longer that, is available. But yeah, so we're all sat quite nicely with that.
Liam, I have a question for you.
Go on.
You always say that these prices are available with Denise. Who the fuck is Denise?
The owner of Bet365.
See, I didn't know that. So I was
Denise, So I think the business was passed down to her from her dad, Peter, and he owned Stoke City Football Club. So hence why you saw loads of Bet365 advertising there. So Denise Coates, who is probably one of the wealthiest women in the country. So yeah, sorry. It's not just some woman runs a bookmakers in Ross on Wye.
I was like, this fella has a black market bookmaker that none of us are allowed getting near.
We may as well quickly touch it in actual fact before we move on to the half pass. I know we've only got 5 minutes, so we'll have to make this very brief, boys. But obviously, we usually do our WatchAlong Trixie. We pick one best bet. We've all gone for a little bit of a Hail Mary. Well, not a Hail Mary, but just bigger prices today. So in a sentence, I suppose, because we want to get around to the half pass. Andrew, Lounge Lizard in the Betfair Handicap Chase at Cheltenham.
Ran well at Cheltenham in January of last season. Finished second. He had a nice prep run at Carlisle last night. I have a feeling he will be geared up for this. Like Springwell Bay, I couldn't really trust 11-4. Colin Harry, not a horse you can't trust. And then Jimmerand is a horse who is on the up, but will the ground be kind of what he wants? And his third run in quick succession, really. I thought he's a bit of value at 13-2. I think he'll run into a place at worst.
Fair enough. And Catch Him Derry for you, Jack, in the following race at Cheltenham.
Yeah, was really keen on him at Haydock in the Stayers handicap hurdle. Pulled up within the conditions, just got the better of him. It was an absolute bogger Haydock. It was heavy. It was like I know it says soft in the description, but that was definitely not the case. It was absolutely bogged down there. Pulled up, never ran his race. Was looking good. Coming around the bend, was actually odds on him running. Coming around the bend, and then was just quickly pulled up. I think he just blew out. You give him a month break now. He's back here. He would like the conditions. He'll like the trip. I think he's got a very good chance.
Fair enough, yeah, and no fussing for me. A horse that was out an awful lot over the summer and then was put away for a bit of a break. He's back down to a nice handicap mark where he's been really competitive previously. Some of those form lines work out quite well, following the likes of Besterline home. And others, I think that he's back on a nice mark. He'll like the ground. The softer it gets around Fairyhouse, the better. So, yeah, I thought he was definitely worth a swing at 22s. However, we'll go back over to Cheltenham then. That's obviously our first race is about to start there. Is Broadway Boy just a good thing? Jack, you may as well reveal to everyone the cheeky 5 at 8-fold roll-up you had last night. So you want to see this lad going, don't you?
Yeah, I put in our group as well. I put a little 7-fold on a 5, and the first 5 will come in. waiting on Broadway Boy and Drop a Threat in the bumper that we mentioned a few times over the few weeks. Waiting on them two for a nice little roll up. Broadway Boy wouldn't be a strong single. He's carrying 12 stone. To be honest, I don't think you can trust him. But I do think if he's the class he has shown in recent times, I think he'll take a lot of beating here. Bout of Greatness, I think he'll be on board to go for the national and chase. I think he'll be getting his runs in for that. Shanty House is an interesting one back over fences. Obviously, they won the Marsh back on the day when Envoy Allen fell. Two-time Cheltenham Festival winner. Two-time Cheltenham winner. I can see him run a good race back over fences, but I'd like to see if he's still going to carry just a pound less than Broadway Boy, who's a really good jumper. So obviously he was second in the Hennessy as well, Broadway Boy. So I think it's Broadway Boys to lose, but I'll be keeping a close eye on Shanty House. Our Power, I obviously tipped up in the Sonic the Hedgehog chase when he was just nabbed by King's Head, 20-1. Well, not nabbed, he beat him by 3 lengths, but he was just outstayed. I think he's ran his race. I love Dylan Johnson as an horse, as a jockey, as you know, but I think he's ran his race. So, yeah, I think Broadway Boy will more than likely win. I'm trying to keep an eye on Shanty House. They might have a decent one in the future if he can bring back some sort of his potential that he has shown.
No, definitely. Andrew, would you be taking on Broadway Boy? Obviously, Jack mentioned there, Our Power. He's very well going fresh. I would have liked him, but nobody likes him. He's friendless in the market. But would you be taking him on, or do you think he's a good thing?
Look, at the prices, you kind of have to take him on with his record this season. He should have won the Hennessy, but only for a bad mistake. It was a 3 or 4 out. Look, he's obviously very, very good around Cheltenham. Yeah, I don't really want him at the prices. Bout the Greatness, I think, will spit the dummy out like he done the last time, because he'll want to go with the front with Broadway Boy. Chantry House, I couldn't trust in a month of Sundays anymore. This is his first run over fences since he fell back in 22, and then he's had numerous chances to win over hurdles and just hasn't got it done. Like, I know you say Our Power is friendless in the market and his best runs are when fresh, but you look at outside of Broadway Boy, you've Bout the Greatness, who I think will spit the dummy out. Chantry House has a hell of a lot to prove, and Cloud again is back over £5 higher than he won the Hennessy, and that was the last time he won until last time out. I think if a race falls apart, Our Power could potentially nab this if Broadway Boy doesn't run the mark. I think 8 to 170 today was a great price for him.
And as you say that, Broadway Boy almost lands on the first fence. He had to be pretty scopy to get over there. Yeah, perhaps if I had to side with one, I'd be in agreement with you then, Andrew. Our Power did run a cracker last time out. It's just that record going fresh. But as you say,
have any of you watched the races yet? Because I haven't now, to be honest. What's the ground riding like at Cheltenham?
It looks okay, doesn't it? It looks fine.
Does,
yeah, it looks fine. Steve Luna done well to stay on. I thought he was going to get beat at one stage. That always come there on the outside, and he's a decent enough ride by Keelan Woods. I thought he'd fucked her up at the last. Now, one thing I don't like is with jockeys is when they come into the last and they stand on the horse. Because I just feel like when they stand on the horse is just going to run through the hurdle. That's what
I think you just make up their mind, and if they have no kind of stride, still give them a little squeeze to try to start their feet out going into it. Broadway Boy is jumping like a freak. Mother of God. That's the third mistake he's made so far.
Have you been watching the darts?
Bits of it, mate. Yeah, as and when I could, when I'm not in bed ill.
Galen's winning 2-1 here so far. He's Dolby.
Dustin Luke Littler looks very beatable now, don't he?
This doesn't matter, then. Not fucking stand him. Oh, fucking hell. Broadway Boy nearly fucking jumped over there.
He's not jumping the best. There's a couple of mistakes he's made.
He's getting squeezed a lot. Sam is giving him a good squeeze now.
He's just not travelling at all, is he?
No. See, I don't get his best performance on when he's out in front, and then you have a front runner who spits the dummy out when he gets taken on. Take him on.
Yeah. Do you think that also these, obviously all staying chasers, they have got a limit when it comes to their mileage during their career, and potentially do you think they've got a lot of miles on the clock at such an early age with it that you might not see the longevity from him that you'd hope?
Yeah, he done a lot of racing last season and a lot of hard battles to win. It could be taking their toll on the poor chap.
Yeah.
He's come back on a bit like there now. Like he's sort of settled. Chanty House is fucking a lunatic, isn't he?
If horses could talk, he's one horse that I'd love to have a chat with.
Yeah, he's fucking.
He hasn't been the same horse since he got up in that Cotswold. I don't know if you remember. I think Nico was on. He jumped off him at the top of the hill straight after. He'd had a right hard race.
Yeah. I think that was his last win, wasn't it?
Quite possibly was, yeah. He's been campaigning a lot over hurdles, hasn't he? I think he's off quite a
Yeah, he run in the PTM, so I was going to.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Like I've always had this thing with horses. Like when horses go through, and I will stand to this day, go through that pain threshold and go to places that they've never been before, they rarely want to go back there, and they will not put in the same effort ever again. And I think that's what happens to a lot of horses who put in these massive performances and just don't want to do it ever again. It's like us. If we know we can do something and then we start feeling pain, oh Christ, I'm not doing that again. I'm just pulling up here.
Yeah.
They're not stupid, like.
I don't know. I keep coming back on here every Saturday with you, Per.
Yeah, look, that's different. All right, crack. Only thing that hurts me after this is my head.
Yeah.
The cloud again is traveling away nicely. Like if I was on a pair now, I would be starting putting pressure on Bale to Greatness now.
Yeah.
Broadway boy, another suicide dive.
Yeah, it just hasn't got into a nice rhythm at all.
Country House is off the bit.
Yeah, off the bit, yeah. Fucking hell.
Broadway boy.
He's going to be eased down.
He's not running like an odds-on shot.
He's going to be eased down. He didn't fold up it, yeah. Also, Greatness has got them off it here, hasn't he?
So I don't get it. Like, why haven't they taken them on earlier?
Shanty House. It'd be funny if Shanty House won now.
He's getting into it anyway, isn't he? Look at him.
He is. He picked up the pieces when Envoy fell, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's going to win, he'll win these. That's exactly where you want to be.
Yeah, he looks the one now I'd want to be on.
Broadway boys respond to the rest of them. Jamie loses a length or two every time he jumps.
Here we go. Race is on.
Tell you what, our power's still going all right.
Come on, 180.
I don't think.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Ah, sorry, Alf. Just made it 2-2. Sorry, I didn't know you could hear it. Our power.
I think he looks like he's working harder than he is, isn't
The
he?
house.
Country House. All horses to beat. For fuck's sake, like.
No,
4 days.
Oh,
bad jump.
he's jumped it better. Our power.
Chantry House has loads left.
Yeah.
The one day he's off, like, he beats the horse out. Christ above.
Probably the first time I haven't backed him in fucking ages as well.
I backed him blindly over her and think this thing was well.
I know.
Like 4 figures, a 7, 4, 10, 9, 5, 5. Like, piss off. What's Nicky giving them? Nicky must have had a year in the doldrums, not giving them the magic stuff, and now all of a sudden they're back.
The watch-along's gone international. Yes, Jacob, fire away with any Polish winners that you've got from your neck of the woods, by all means, if that's what your YouTube content is about. You two got an inside track on Polish racing?
No,
I don't have a clue.
can't say I do. I didn't even know there was racing over there.
I don't even know if there is, to be perfectly honest. Right, we'll head across to your neck of the woods then, Andrew. The 140, nice 0 to 100 handicap hurdle.
Oh yeah, easy. Around Tramore. What more do you want?
Yeah, God knows what you can make of this. I'll start with you, mate. I don't know if you've had a chance to have a look. There is quite a strong fab for such a big field. Rochester Town at 15 to 8. Ivan 4s, Mini Getaway 15 to 2. Ciesrien 8, Kiln Times 16s, and the rest.
Yeah, look, he probably is the worthy favourite. He ran well last time around here. Look, a horse that run well around Tramore consistently, just turn up every year. That was on heavy ground. He won the time before that on good to soft. If he handles the ground, because Tramore, I tell you now, is like an absolute bog out there. It only stopped raining this morning. It was tipping down all last night. If he handles the ground and it's not a great field, I kind of like to stay up by the top of the weight in these kind of races, because you can have a not to 105 and you'll have horses racers 95 and 105. There's not much between them really in talent wise. There might be in a few marks, but it just depends which one gets out the side of the bed in the right way. So his form figures show consistent, and I think he'll take a lot of beating.
No, fair enough. I think Kiln Time's quite interesting in here at 16s or thereabouts. You would have to be a little bit sceptical based on his last couple of runs, 15th and 15, and then pulled up back in August. But he is below his last decent performance, which came at Limerick, where he finished second behind Noble Talent. That was off a mark of 96. He's now down to a mark of 92. So
David Kennedy does well around Tramore as well.
Yeah. Well, that obviously is another tick in the plus column in that case. So yeah, if I had to side with one, it would be a no bet race, but I'd go with him. Jack, I know you've taken a bit of a liking to all of these low class, big field Irish handicaps. So what's the winner?
No, I don't know, Liam. I've had a look.
No, I don't like them.
they're all just all over the place, aren't they? The fact that Simon Toddens is one for Keegan Murphy, that's been an absolute smash in the bet, and will probably catch me eye in on Ivan A, whatever it's called. I'll probably have a little look at that, but again, same as you, no bet race. But if it was to have a bet, Ivan, Simon Toddens on, Keegan Murphy, the saying I've seen loads of money and he's only a 7-year-old. I think to improve against these older horses, so it'll probably be in 4 to 1, but no bet race for me.
Fair enough. Tramore, it's obviously very close to you, Andrew. It gets some unfair stick, doesn't it, as a track? We've had some absolute monsters turning up there in the past in maiden hurdles, the likes of Gaelic Warrior and whatnot.
It was a lot worse than it is now. Like, they've pumped them up. Right. Long story short about this, Tramore years ago was meant to move about 5 minutes down the road from where it is now, but where they had the site and set the track up, the track was ready and everything, but the building works haven't started. But where it is situated to the sea, it used to get flooded the whole time. So they had to pull up stumps on that, and then they ended up pumping a lot of money into it. Now, look, it's not the worst track in the world by whatsoever. Like, the facilities are fine. There's nothing wrong with them whatsoever. I think the only thing they have that doesn't work for them, they don't have an actual restaurant that faces the track, which I think is a big hindrance to them. But the track itself, it takes a lot of getting, even though it is only a 7 furlong round track. That's why Willie runs so many of his Cheltenham horses there, because it's up and down. There's a stiff finish. It doesn't look that stiff on telly, but you stand down at the tip and look at the climb to the finish. It's a hell of a climb. So I think that's why Willie runs some of his decent enough horses to get them experience if they're going to Cheltenham. Like Gaelic Warriors run there, Lorena's run there, Sam Wall's run there, Admiral Photo's run there. He's had loads of Cheltenham winners run there.
Do you think that's a general trait of a lot of Irish tracks, aside from the fact that obviously you've got the likes of Willie Mullins, Heavy de Bromhead, Gordon Elliott training horses over there, which obviously is significant, as well as the the owners and the investment in the sport as a whole. However, do you think it's an advantage when they come to Cheltenham because so many Irish tracks are so undulating, whereas in the UK there's so many that are flat? You've only really got Ascot with a bit of a climb and Cheltenham itself. Other than that, they're running on pretty flat tracks most days of the week. Whereas in Ireland, couldn't be more opposite, could it?
Yeah, it's obviously going to be a big plus because it's not a shock to the system. Like when they're trying to travel down a hill, when they're like if we run down a hill and then suddenly hit a dip, it takes a lot more effort to do that. But when you're used to it, you can actually control yourself and you're used to doing it. They can obviously do it when they're at home and like the likes of Ditcher with their hill and all that. But you can't replicate race style on a track. So I think the likes of Tramore is one that a lot of trainers use for that purpose, getting kind of used to running around undulations like that and with stiff finishes. We've seen over the years it must be those two, but then you have the other side of it, like majority of the really good horses do only really run at Leopardstown, Punchestown and Fairyhouse, and they're all flat. But I say that again, there is a bit of a climb at Punchestown. Punchestown is a lot deceiving than it looks, more deceiving than it looks.
Yeah, well, I suppose there's so much ground actually at Punchestown. Like if you look at the cross country courses that are there, they are unbelievably undulating, aren't they? There's massive dips and whatnot because there's almost like four courses in one, isn't there?
Yeah, so Punchestown when you cross the finishing line at Punchestown, you're going straight back up, and then you're turning and you're going down again. Like obviously it is like I don't know in the UK what tracks would bar Cheltenham would have the most undulation.
What I'd say, Aintree's flat, Kempton's flat, Haydock's flat.
There isn't none. Cartmel.
That's not
Cartmel.
That's Ireland, though, isn't it?
No, not Cartmel.
Cartmel's in Scotland, isn't it?
Cartmel's it's in the Lakes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Lake District.
Geography lesson and all, yeah.
Yeah, because I've drove past it. I haven't been, but when I've been in the Lakes, I've drove past it.
Oh, I'm in Neckin then. Yeah, it is in Cumbria.
That's on a mountain. That's on a mountain. That's all over the shop. That one.
It's all right. We'll edit that bit out.
Do you know it's one track you should go to now?
My head blew off, and I was like, "Is it?"
You said it. I was like, I started second guessing. I can't imagine on Earth.
You're thinking of Clonmel?
Yes. Cheers, Jack. That'll save me. Yeah, Clonmel.
That's another undulating track.
Yeah, you don't have any world beaters going up to Cartmel, though, do you? No. Literally, I don't think there's any. It's quite literally Cheltenham.
Yeah,
and Ascot has got a climb. That's it.
This thing was going well, yeah.
The thing out in front.
Yeah. Oh my God. Kieran Pike has the double to his life. Yeah, that's the blue one in front. Liari, Liam, have you back Liari?
No, Liari. So yeah, I was going to mention you could do the Tom Malone double today. You've got Liari, who's probably just gone off, unfortunately, so we've missed that at Musselburgh. But no, Jack, I'm not following him off a cliff. I've done me dough twice, and that's twice too many. Horse running for Nichols that he talked up really well in the bumper at Exeter, called Talk to the Man. He's odds against. But yeah, no, I couldn't trust him. Have you had any money on him?
No. I'll tell you what, Ivan was 100 to 1 in run, and he's somehow still there and still having third. He's 100 to 1 in run. I haven't backed him, well, he's not going to win. I don't think there's favourites one, but
yeah, 1.25 I've got on the machine.
Yeah, he's well ahead.
Yeah.
Boy. Tramore form.
Hold that Ivan in your tracker there, Tefo. He was at the back of the telly at one stage. Well, not the back of the telly, but at the back of the pack.
There we are then.
Right, you go straight to Musselburgh.
Yeah, give Liari a watch. Why not? if nothing else, it would just piss me off if he goes and wins. He was quite short, though. Do you know what price he's been sent off at, Jack, by any chance?
So on.
They're not even gone off. They're still out on the track. They're still on the track.
Oh, there you are. Then if you fancy the Tom Malone double, 2 horses he talked up an awful lot at the start of the season. Liari is just about to go off at Musselburgh. And
They're on the track, are they?
No. Racing delayed. Next race, 155.
No. There we go.
There we go then. We may as well touch on it while we're talking about it. Obviously, Tom Malone has recruited some proper horses in his time. A lot have gone to Paul Nicholls. He just obviously to see a multiple time champion trainer and just currently how they're faring and just having any top class horses. What did you make of the Harry Cobden comments the other day before Regent Stroll ran, saying if there is a superstar, he's the only one in the yard who is, and everything like
that? He said that.
Yeah.
So essentially, where's the effect, Andrew? That if there's a superstar in the stable, he's the only one. He's the only one who's got any sort of superstar quality.
Yeah, I see. Everyone's saying that he shouldn't have said it, but I love the honesty. We need the honesty in racing. You need to say, listen, the Addison hasn't got any superstars. Like they've had Novice Hurdles, superstars who everyone keeps saying that's his King George horse, that's his King George horse, and I always say that'll be his King George horse. But I do really actually do think he's at the point now where he's just going to go, and the likes of Harry Denham and all that are all going to just come ahead of him. And I won't be surprised if Harry Cobden goes elsewhere in a few years.
Yeah, I suppose you haven't seen it, Andrew. Any thoughts on it?
I think somebody's looking for the double green job.
You never know. Fairyhouse 150. This is my best bet. So obviously part of our Trixie, no fusing. I think you might take it a little bit of a walk on the machine.
No, 18's value has had 22's into 18's value. Don't mind that machine.
There we are. Just to give a notable mention, somebody in my group has only got 75s to be backed on the machine, but he's well back below his last winning mark. He has some really good course form around here. It's a lad called Lee, who's in one of my anti-post angle group chats. And then Carl Miller takes off a further 5. I thought he made a decent case for him, but Robin de Glory, course form, back well below his last winning mark. And I thought he made a decent case for him. So, if anybody fancied a couple of quid at a massive price, I won't put them off that. But, yeah, hopefully, obviously, mine goes in. No fusing. 18s, you said, Andrew, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they're off. Yeah. Tim Dye's a good scammer as well, so you could be onto one here. Well, you said you like honesty. I'm being honest.
Yeah, I just don't understand what you mean. That's all.
Yeah, you don't. Of course, you don't. Ever since the 19th of December, you don't know what that means anymore.
Right, let's get on.
Racing TV handbook, do's and don'ts.
I'm a little bit concerned. He's second from back marker. My eyes on
Yeah.
it.
Not what you want to see straight away, like. But... Yeah, I seen that Liam, that Robin de Glory shout. I actually backed him on. Is it Lee who said it?
Me?
Or second to last?
Yeah, right.
If we are,
If
we are, it might be over before it's even begun.
How far is this?
3 miles.
Yeah, 2 months. How's both of you form been in December? I think a lot of people have struggled, me included. I managed to scrape a profit. I don't know, but yeah, like not even getting runs for money on occasions. Have you done much punting? Do you know if you're in or out for?
I've done a good bit now. I'm up a fair bit.
Are you
I would say a fair bit. I'm up
Yeah,
a decent amount. I had the 26th was good. 27 was shocking. The 28 was one of those days where everything had touched one.
I think
29 was okay. I had Henry's horse, July Flowers, few on the handicap. What's the one in the handicap? It's gone out my head now.
Oh, the one that Percival Ogawa? No.
No. That's the one where Pinkerton was third in. Jeez, he went from looking like he was going to finish sixth to finishing third all of a sudden.
Where are you? Where are you? You're us.
I'm trying to see on my screen, maybe it's quite small and I can't expand it.
But yeah, that wins some, lose some, wins the per temps.
Yes, that was in the per temps qualifier, wasn't it?
Yeah, he'll win that.
Right, there we are. There you know.
We are literally the back marker, I think.
No, we're not. We're third last on the rail.
Yeah.
Green cap.
Oh yes, sorry, we are.
Going well, like, but it's just so far back.
How many places is this?
He was 6 with Ladbrokes. I don't know in terms of.
Check now.
That's already consigned to him grabbing a place for win purposes.
5.
I got to do 6 on Sky Bet.
He's only 5 out. William of the Hill.
Robin the Glory seems to be getting the exact same bad. Following each other around. There's a long way to go, though. There's a lot of them off the bid already, like.
That's what we like, Jack. A bit of positivity.
Gotta stay positive.
Like he does know, like, if he gives the horse a squeeze, they do move forward.
No, he's still just sitting there.
He does realise that, like, because he's just sitting there doing nothing.
When he lets off him.
What is he playing at? Cameraman saving him now because we can't see him. And Timothy Doyle, please come to the shore.
Like.
This is in 4 from the back, essentially, where the break of horses is, and he's sat in front of them, yeah?
No, he's behind that.
Behind that.
Jesus.
Still on the bridle.
Still on the bridle, thinking he has another lap to go. You'll hear it now after the race. Ding dong ding. Can Timothy Doyle please come to the Shores room?
Gray's going well enough out front. That's probably your winner, isn't it?
Yeah, what is it?
Based on
Mickey Angel.
Yeah,
Gavin
Mickey
Cromwell.
Angel. Keith.
Nope, still not be seen. There's also, oh yeah, there it comes.
There he is, look at him.
Look at it.
Come on now. Come on now.
He's taking the absolute piss now.
It wins.
Stop the lights. Oh, look, I'll make him go forward.
Keep going forward on him. Go on. Jeez.
Okay, I might be taking everything back I said about this fella. Come on, you little fucker.
He's still travelling. Come on, put him in.
Yeah, go up the rail, up the whole of another horse. Well done. You're
tell you what,
intelligent.
Oh my God, he's still on the bit.
Oh, Jesus, you give him an absolute.
Ride the fucking horse, will you?
Is this second last?
Second last now, yeah.
Needs a wet sail.
Jack's son is even laughing at him.
They just come up there laughing.
Oh, we're going to get place money anyway.
We're going to place money, but he should have won.
Watch something run past him now for 5th.
The poor horse.
Look, he found his whip.
He's giving him so much to do.
Amazing. He found his whip.
That could have been the best ride of all time or the worst, and tell you what, it wasn't.
Oh, I enjoyed that. That was fun.
Feel out done by for you earlier. Oh,
you've got scammed.
Hey, it's a place. Did we get a place in that, Trixie?
Yeah, 5 places.
That's a place. So there we are. Trixie's up and running.
I had £12.50 Cheltenham as well. Liam, so nice one, mate.
Oh, there you are then.
Oh, the area is off.
It does feel like a loser, that though, doesn't it? It does feel like a loser.
A little bit, yeah. Finding the horses, finding the days, the tricky part sometimes.
Yeah.
Finding the jockeys even harder.
Right,
I can't believe he had him least 40 lengths behind. Look, at least the Trixie's still going.
Oh, he's gone.
Who's gone? Oh,
Liam.
Racing TV are not allowed to give out value. Take him off, quick.
Right, Liardi here. Sitting well, isn't he?
He's a big boy, isn't he?
Massive.
He won over this track last year, didn't he? Same weekend, DRF.
Yeah.
Yes. He hacked up on his first 2 starts, didn't he? Both on heavy ground, I think.
He should be winning this realistically.
Yeah, absolutely should be. He just hasn't really had much of a finishing effort the last twice. I thought that he'd be straight under the knife with Paul Nicholls and do something with his wind.
Jesus, I was wondering where that sentence was going. I say he's at having at least 4 wind ups at knowing him. The horse could win by 20 lengths. Yep, he needs a wind up.
Nice.
What's the thing in the black silks? Super keen.
Jack?
Ballygeary.
Benson's in here as well, new owners with Sandy Thompson.
There's a horse I actually seen today is USU with Jessica Pigeon Island. Not Pigeon Island. Pigeon something. Was with Jessica Harrington, is now with Jenny Cavendish.
Pigeon House.
Pigeon House, that's the one. I don't know what price he is, but he could take some whacking. Where is he?
Yeah.
Liari's still going nicely.
Yeah. Just, it only seems to be in the habit though, doesn't he? Always seems to travel and then just doesn't find off the bit. Like, I don't know what's.
You stepped at that.
I was just thinking back. I did say he didn't find on both first 2 starts. He kind of did find a bit of a second wind, didn't he, at Chepstow?
Yeah, he ran on well to get the place, didn't he? But
yeah,
he's going well here. Like,
yeah, he should bolt up here against.
The second favourite going well as well, under the yellow. Tell you what, Gavin Price is winning 2-0. Didn't give a leg away. I think he lost one leg. I think he lost one leg. Can be 3-2 now. Got it about to be 4-2.
Well, the Ari's not winning this.
He's still got a load of horse up, didn't he? That Ballygeary, for how keen he's been, he's still travelling nicely.
No, he's Liari now. There he is. This leader could get away from these here.
They're upsizing, are they? No, they're not.
Oh!
Fucking wind jumping like that.
Got loads of horse left on him, like. The third's gone. He just needs to get past his leader. What's this one coming in fourth?
He might not even place here.
Oh.
He could have gone fourth, didn't he?
Paddling. Absolutely paddling he is.
You do not want to be on horses like that. Those horses you need to stay far away from.
Third he's going to finish.
You won't, you know, you'll probably finish fourth. The yellow one from none again.
Look at this thing.
Oh, where's he going? Third.
Strange. So like a little camber on the.
Yeah.
I tell you, I would never ever back that thing.
No.
Ever again.
Never.
I just after the last one, he was so disappointed. He went out like a light. It was so I'm done with him. Right, so the next race off in 3 minutes. But just to share something again with everybody. So something else that we do on the Monday show is just our trackers. So we put together some tracker horses that essentially we want everybody who's watching to get on board with us, and hopefully we can all have a nice winner together as and when the day comes for them to be backed. We've had the likes of Brave Fortune, who was tipped up by myself at 30-2, went in. Andrew had Win Some, Lose Some, who was suggested as a tracker horse. Then we've had horses like Conquell Legend. As and where we can, we've tried to identify any races that they may go for or might be the day. Jack managed to find the horse in Conquell Legend. Andrew managed to find the race. So we'll all be backing him on our watch along, more than likely on February the 22nd at the Ida Chase. But then there's obviously also some other horses that we've all put up. Again, we do this every Monday and give you our reasoning as to why. But if anybody wants to put these horses in their own trackers, then by all means do so. I will get a post sent out on the Watch Along Twitter channel, Twitter page with all of those on. But I would suggest they're worthwhile keeping an eye on, because we have and will continue to have winners off the back of them, hopefully. Where are we off to now? Cheltenham again, I think.
Cheltenham.
205. So this is, well, I suppose the win part of our bets a little bit. Well, I suppose it's not, because we have the win double, couldn't we? But this is your best bet of the day, isn't it, Andrew?
I wouldn't say best bet of the day. I think he's one of the ones that are overpriced based on who's against and what they have done so far. Where is it? Like Springwell Bay, can't really trust. Gamarand, I think it might be just one race too many. Venetians, they're not running as well as they were. Cole and Harry just don't trust. And I just take this fellow would has been laid out for this race. A nice comeback run with Carlisle. Finished second at Cheltenham last year and Trials Day handicap. I think he'll be well worth a bet of 7-1. I just think there's a lot to like about him against horses who, one, you can't trust, and two, train are not in as good as form as they were.
No, fair enough. I know when Sean was on with us, Jack, we watched one of the 2 mile 4 handicap chases that they seem to have every single month at Cheltenham, and it was the one that Gemaran won, and Sean seemed to think he was doing very little in front, and he possibly had another win under his belt. Do you fancy him in this, or is there anything else that takes your eye?
Yeah, I fancy him. He's one of my strongest. He's probably been nap of the day. Not a strong nap, but probably better today. I think how he won in the December Gold Cup, won very, very cosily indeed. He did get a bit lazy in front. He won with plenty in hand. Speed up £8, but I think that might not be enough to get him off the line again here. I think he'll probably win. If he wins here, I think they'll save him, go to the Ryanair and give him a shot there. He probably won't be good enough for that, but they give him a shot. I know the owners done it with ASO a few years ago when he finished second behind Frodon, so give him a shot. I think he went straight to the lead, yeah. Yeah. Going to give him a shot at the price. I think he's far too overpriced. I think he won a bit closely. So, but we'll see what happens.
Fair enough. I quite liked that Lisnamult lad who ran a good race. Well, he was a winner here at a big price in October, I think it was. He then was running nicely when he came down, I think, when he went over to Ireland for a spin. But I just think Springwell Bay might be tough to beat. He ran a really nice race in behind Django Bay, conceding weight. Finished obviously in front of Caldwell Potter after he made a poor mistake at the last back in December. So yeah, I actually think Springwell Bay, providing that he's on his A game, could be quite difficult to beat here. I think he's improved for a fence and yeah, back at the 2 mile 4, I think he is actually probably a decent punt, although I'm not parting with any money in this. It's a little bit too trappy. But hopefully, Land Lizard goes and wins for the Trixie back.
Well, he gets a place. We'll be after with Ada, but let's hope he gets over the line.
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
Very stretched out, aren't he?
Yeah.
Probably about 25 lengths there, covering first to last.
There's no hiding places.
Seddon's a festival winner over this trip, isn't he? Did he win the plate over the 2 mile 4?
He did.
Yeah, he did. Seddon.
He's like
winning on the flat over the summer and all sorts.
I think he ran well in the American National, or did he win it? I think, or was he second?
He won it, didn't he? Did he win it?
I think he won it. Or is he behind Hewick?
Yeah, might have been.
Where is that now? Down 205. 7. He was third.
Has he got there what the pot is for that, Andrew? Any idea how much they win for the American Grand National?
No, I was on
125 grand.
Oh, okay.
I was on Galvin this year, didn't he? He got done on the line. Oh, heartbreak.
Oh, if he was anywhere near half the horse he was when he beat Plutarch, he would have picked them up.
Yeah.
Ran quite well as a national, didn't he?
Yeah.
I backed him myself in that race. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Not Jack's finest moment. Jack Kennedy.
I'll tell you what, Liari's finished third the game. I just think, looking at that race, you think, I wouldn't want to touch that horse again. But it is starting to come a bit of running theme that he's not winning these races. And is it the horse or I don't know.
He's not jumping well. He's throwing himself at hurdles. Whether he
Pigeon
just
House
needs it.
Andrew.
Huh?
The Pigeon House comes second.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He got it back him.
Just checked. I didn't even know what time he was running. Just checked then. Gemma, I'm getting a breather. Oh.
Springwell Bay's jumping is really poor compared to his first three chase starts.
See, he does this. He don't over hurdles as well. He'll put one or two runs together and then he'll just bomb out.
Yeah. Did we get 3 places in our bet here?
3, yeah. I'd be surprised now if he finishes third last.
Oh, said a mistake there. Oh, okay, down. Springwell Bay sticking in there, don't you?
He will stay the 3, so you know that he should stay.
He's a horse now. I was surprised they didn't stick him to the 4 for the season with this new 2x4 corners.
That might be the plan. There might just be a case of get a couple more runs into him. Come on, Lounge Lizard, just keep staying. Because he's travelling the best of all of them, isn't he? Well, maybe apart from Seddon.
Look at this thing.
Fair play. He's about 103 years old, isn't he?
I was going to say it. He's at least 14.
Springwell Bay.
Look at him. Well, he's proven me wrong.
Unable to get on terms. 7 was joined throughout by Springwell Bay, who's come next. Junior Marble Sands is 3 left.
Laughing at him, isn't he?
Third at the final fence. Springwell Bay takes over from Seddon and.
He's won that well.
Django Bay almost there. Jesus.
I wonder what route they're going to go with Django Bay. Really interesting, I think, whether he steps up, whether he goes the 2 mile route. I assume he'll step up in trip because they've got Gino.
4th. Didn't get the place.
Useless. That's all your fault, Liam. Make me pick a different horse.
I'm not taking the blame.
It's your fault. We have proof. We have checks as to prove it.
Right, Monkey Span, haven't you?
The album photo chase.
The soon-to-be second in the Gold Cup, Monty Star making his comeback.
I do not understand the hype around this horse.
He's just a typical novice that has been finishing place in grade 1s and will improve a lot for a summer on back and will improve for a step up in trip when it comes to Cheltenham. There's something about him that he's just, if you go back and look at his races, he's just so unfurnished. Just he's just been doing it, but nothing spectacular. I just think there'll be a big bolt of improvement this season. Like I'd nearly having to get a lot closer to Fact to Foil than he did last season. I think the trip will suit him a lot more than it'll suit Fact to Foil.
Yeah.
And he's half brother from Monley. It's half brother from Monley, and he was a decent Grade 1 horse in his own right. Even though he didn't win a Grade 1, but he's placed in the Gold Cup, placed numerous Grade 1s. He's been showing a lot of right things since he came back. I think he will improve a lot.
Gavin Price is out.
Is he?
No way.
Yeah.
Who beat?
Well, he's going to be out now anyway.
I think Embassy Garden here at 8-1. I would not put anyone off having a bet on him on that ground around there.
Yeah, it's just he always flatters to deceive when it comes to the springtime, doesn't he? He was absolutely hammered by Corbett's Cross in the National Hunt Chase. Maybe he's just one of those who doesn't travel particularly well. Bron's a horse that I really liked as a novice. He ran a cracker in the Brown Advisory in behind Jerry Colomb and the Real Whacker, but his form's just tailed off since. I see that he's also left the Willie Mullins Yard, which is only going to be a negative, isn't it?
Yeah, he's gone to Thomas Gibney.
So, yeah, 66 is though.
No, don't be talking yourself into backing a thing of 66 who can't raise a gallop.
Who's Bron?
Yeah.
You give him a mention. I knew you would.
Yeah. Can't help myself.
I wouldn't back him with counterfeit money.
Oh, he hasn't. Gavin Price has just won the what? Toby's just missed 7 sevens out at the double to win the game. And Gavin Price just won the set. It's making 4-3.
Oh, so he's not quite out then.
No, he had Toby had 40 left. Gavin Price still had 340 to go. Toby's had 7 out at the double there and missed them all.
Bottled it.
Right.
Embassy Garden finally lining up in front. Patrick again. I know I said it before. Patrick made some Horlicks of him at Cheltenham.
Yeah.
A horse that made a run in his first 2 chase starts. He just held him up like 10 lengths off the pace. What are you doing? Does my head in. When horses perform so well using certain tactics, and then all of a sudden you change them. Like, what are you doing? I don't get it.
Right, they are awful shit. So we all on Monty Starry and Liam. Liam's very strong on Bron. I was looking at the race again this morning to see the prices. I was like, bet you he mentioned Bron. Bet you he brings up Bron.
Where are we?
Ron and Manila Cocoon or Crooner. That's 2 horses I hate.
Yeah, Crooner.
They can't be trusted.
I think with Crooner, you just don't know what the plan is, do you?
I don't even think he knows what the plan is.
He won a big handicap, didn't he, in the end?
Yeah, Punchestown, 25s out of nowhere. Bron off the bridle.
Change your leads, more like.
What are the obstacles to use it to walk? Because they're not exactly fences, are they? They're like in the middle.
No, they are fences. They're
Very
easy. They're probably some of them are probably at the minimum height they have to be. The one at the top of the hill as they turn away is just your normal ditch, normal fence. They've the open ditch. I think is the second last. Like it's tight enough track, but it takes a fair bit of getting in ground like this. In the summertime for the festival, it's a right little place. Place to be jammers.
Uphill. Past the stands. This is fence number 6 coming up. As Embassy Gardens leads the way. Another crooner to the inside. Monty Star close on the outer. Run and appreciated. Classic Getaway tucked away on the inside.
Classic Getaway went off 2-5 for this last year. So.
Yeah, it was not by Manel Crooner, wasn't it? Or what happened to it? It was a mad race.
He just stopped.
Yeah, they both two of them in the lead stopped and under
Jungle Boogie beat him.
Jungle Boogie was, yeah. It was Manila Crooner though, wasn't it? And Classic Getaway going towards the line together. And they both stopped and Jungle Boogie come on the outside, right? Sure, that's what happened or something similar. Let me find out.
Getaway into the outside Capadano. As they turn at the top of the track, head to the fence opposite the stands. Embassy Gardens bowling along with a clear lead. Leads by about 5 lengths. Monty Star.
Now what it was Manel Crooner was coming towards the line and just never got there for us, beat half a length. Ran on from nowhere at the back. Yeah, I remember that now.
Back up on the inside, George Dexford. Monty Star to his outer. Rachel Blackmore, 2 legs then to the next clear. Inside, that's both the outside appreciated and Simon Torrance. Between them and the blinkers, the 2 shades of green. Braun, Shane Fitzgerald.
If Capitano can come back to the form that he won the Cotswold last year, he'd have a chance here as well.
Yeah, he's been sat at the back and he's just being patient.
Just giving a bit of weight away that might catch him out.
Yeah. Bad mistake, I appreciated that. And they do, it is a small track, and they do about 5 seconds.
Yeah, let's go again.
Appreciate it, all. Appreciate it. Come off of that. He made a bad mistake there, like. But oh yeah, back on at Bronze as well. Would you say you'd need more of a 3 mile 2 horse to win this, or more of a 2 mile 4 at middle distance? Because it's a small track.
3 miles. You have to have an album photo 1 or 4 times.
Yeah, the track is like dead small. The fences come up nice and fast. It's as if you'd want a quick horse to win, not a proper downstairs.
Well, it's a big advantage being on the front end, and if you can kick on. But I remember an interview Ruby said Tramore is one of the trickiest tracks to ride because you always get into your head, I need to kick at the top of the hill. But if you kick at the top of the hill, you're always paddling by the time you hit the bottom of the hill to get back up.
Yeah.
Because you're not gaining any ground going down. The horses in behind you are getting breathers, and they're the ones that are going to be hitting the hill strongest.
Mikey's gone for it here, like, hasn't he? Classic Getaway's going well. Once he starts coming under a bit of pressure, big jump here needed. Rather, you know.
MC Garden would not come back.
I know, yeah.
Once he starts, just coming under a bit of.
Oh, here he comes. Afterburners are on.
Traveling with a little bit more momentum. Oh.
Once he starts, you going to get there?
Nope.
I don't think he will.
Embassy Gardens.
Yeah, they left him on the front end.
Yeah, never got close.
Is he good enough to compete in like a Punchestown Gold Cup? Do you think they'll leave him at home? They won't bother travelling over to Cheltenham again with him. He clearly doesn't seem to like the track.
I think it's just don't check him out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he doesn't like the track. I just think he never got a good ride.
He got a shocking
ride. He ran on heavily in the National Chase. I know he's beat easily, but he's given a bad ride to him. He's a terrible ride. And he ran on towards the line as well. I wouldn't say he doesn't like Cheltenham.
Yeah, I think he just got a shocking ride at Cheltenham last season. As I said, he's a horse that bolted up on his first two chase starts from the front. And then all of a sudden, Patrick decides to hold him up. Why, like?
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me.
Right, the mare's now in it. Allegory the Vassie has been absolutely smashed.
Is she? How, like? Why?
She's gonna receive weight the rest of the field.
Like. 11-10.
What do you boys make of this race then?
Allegory the Bassi, I won't back her in a month of Sundays.
They were late. Back down to 2.5. Is interesting, but she has lifted a lot. She's 6-4 this morning. She's 2-1 now.
That means you get a better price. Back on this ground, back at this trip, race under her belt. She hasn't beaten a Allegory the Bassi. I think she's the most likeliest winner. Riviere de Tell, God only knows what way she'll turn up. The rest of them are just much of a muchness. I think she's a standout betting.
I'd chance Riviere to tell in this if I was to have a bet, I think. Where are we? If you were lumping on Allegory de Vassie, you'd have your heart in your mouth at a few fences, I would have thought.
Yeah, you wouldn't trust her, would you?
She's starting to drift now as well. I'll go on a back Limerick Lace. 5-2 too big.
Not the 40 now. 5-2, Jesus.
Will Limerick Lace be campaigned towards a national, do you think? Or do you think that they'll try and pick up a few of the wins along the way?
You would presume the back of the head they would have another tilted national. She went off 7-1 joint favour or something, didn't she? But I say the main target will be the Mayor's Chase again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard to know. Who will line up? Allegory de Vassie is liable to jump out to her left, jump out to her right, and jump into the fence.
Yeah.
She has a lot of talent, but she lacks the brain cells.
Yeah, absolutely. Jumps out to her right violently, doesn't she? And also just seems to misjudge the fences a fair bit. Tearing off in front nicely.
Way. Oh, she's some yoke.
Who would you say jumps further to their right, Riviere de Tell or Allegory de Vassie?
So who's going to take each other over to that side more?
I'm glad they're not on a left-handed track. This race will take a good while to finish. Otherwise, they're both travelling an extra mile.
It's fun to watch, though. Who was the horse that used or bloody Asterian Phalange? He was the one I'd never seen jumped out to his right so much going left-handed.
Did he bring down Chantry House actually in the Supreme? He jumped out violently to his right down the hill.
He took out him and he took out Captain Guinness.
No, it was Tingo. Alexia Dene, he took out.
Yeah, Captain Guinness as well, because I was on Captain Guinness and he was swinging.
Yeah. Alexia Dene, look, I don't think we've ever seen him since, have we? He looked a winner, Daniel. I'd sacked him after the thing, and that was going to be a good horse. I don't think we've ever seen him since.
Was that the Supreme that Shishkin won?
Yeah.
Nutted Min.
Abracadabras. Riviera Hotel is jumping into the wings.
Needs to get even further left. Give the girl a chance.
Limerick Lace is not on it at all.
Yeah, this is out. Toby's just won. He's won this time.
Jesus. Good God. Got a pen pal, Andrew?
What's that?
You got a pen pal?
I'm just writing down things that I need to do. The buttons are getting worn on this bloody laptop. So get another one. Here we go. Look how much Paul has to lean onto one side.
Do you think they're in danger of having gone a little bit too quick up front?
They look like they've gone a good clip now. But the other two in behind them are not jumping at all.
No.
Limerick Lace is carrying her head very high.
She's done that in the best fetch.
Oh, jeez!
She's up. Okay, thankfully. Jesus Christ.
It was liable to happen.
They had a warning earlier, clattered into the wing.
Oh. Oh, wait, boys on as well.
Is she up?
She's up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's up. She's not winning the transfer. Why got it here? Easy. That's it. Only win of the season. She won't win again. Oh. What's this in third? This is Melina Gale.
Yeah.
She's been eye-catching there. Well, they got him on with there. See him right at the back of the field.
Ran some nice races at Cheltenham going fresh, didn't she? And then left her legs in that one.
You just can't trust her, can you? No.
She won't win again now.
Yeah, that was a big day.
Jeez Louise. Right, so I think we're moving on to our final bet in the Trixie.
Cheltenham.
Back over to headquarters. Are you coming over, Andrew, this year for Cheltenham?
No, there is a load of us going to Spain for the week.
Yes, I think you mentioned.
Oh, yeah, she's back up.
Where are we going? I think we're going to. Hold on, where are we going? Mallorca, I think.
Oh, you're not joining everybody else in Benidorm then?
No. Jesus Christ. No, that's what English for. Us Irish and English can't mingle now, you know that?
Yeah.
Especially at Cheltenham. Jesus Christ. Nothing forward to now, something different. Because for us to travel over to Cheltenham, we're looking at like parking the car at the airport, then the flights, then transfer from the airport to the hotel.
It's too expensive, isn't it?
It's a ridiculous amount of money. Like the November meeting is fine. It's not that expensive. It's actually quite reasonable. But then again, the racing is it me now? And I'm going to ask you this. Has the racing at Cheltenham away from the festival been absolutely dire this year?
Season? It sort of felt forced. It's sort of forced. They're trying to force the racing out there.
Like today's card is terrible. The November meeting wasn't great. The December meeting wasn't any better. You're building the festival around one race, and not the festival, the November meeting around the Paddy Power that has lost its gloss a lot. You usually have the novice, the star novices coming in that'll go in the Gold Cup, that'll run off halfway, whatever. Oh, who left him in here?
How are you doing, Joe?
How you doing, boys? Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
And to you. I think, Andrew, half of the problem is the fact that you have one of those 2.5 mile chases in October, then you have the Paddy Power in November, you have the December Gold Cup, there's one today, and there might even be one on Trials Day, or over the course of the Trials weekend. I might be wrong. But then kind of one a month. So I think you just take the gloss off it. But I don't think it's been terrible. I was there for October, as were you, or were you there for November? I was there in November as well, and obviously December. I think there's been some nice horses and good horses that have turned up there. The likes of Coldwell Potter, Django Bay. Obviously, that's nice. Didn't run a very good race, but I think Country Mile's a nice horse. Just off the top of my head, I think that East India Dock have been some nice horses that have turned up there. Whether the field sizes have been what you want, but I think that's just common, isn't it? Just because there's too much racing.
They shouldn't have got rid of the Dipper at this meeting. That's one thing they shouldn't have done. They ruined it.
Oh yeah, they had John Bond obviously turned up, didn't he, to run in the Schlur. I do actually like one, as we're talking about Cheltenham, in this 240. I've put one up earlier each way. It is a bit of a swing. He was available at 40s, 50s. I'm not sure what price he is now. Maybe somebody can have a look for me. But Itchy Feet. He's obviously not been selected by Sean Bowen, but he's a former Grade 1 winner over fences. He's got a decent record going fresh. He's a bit of an old boy now, but yeah, I thought he was a bit overpriced. Whoever giggled, what do you fancy?
I hope he giggled because he's a proper old school horse, isn't he? I haven't really heard his name mentioned for ages.
I thought he retired.
And having a giggle at yours, Liam, is probably going to backfire on me now, to be honest. So,
what do you fancy then, Joe?
Oh, like Strachan, I've put him up today. He's just like a good traveller, good jumper, and he's on the improve. I like Henry Daly as well. He seems to do well at these meetings. So yeah, I've just had a little squeak at Strachan. I found it hard to find too much today, considering it's New Year's Day and there's so much racing. But
afternoon, boys.
Afternoon, Scotty. Thanks for joining us, lads. Super subs because Andrew's got to shoot, unfortunately. But nice to have you in from the start this week, Andrew.
Sure, look, because I try to do my best. I'm a busy man.
Apparently,
your kids keep reaching finals of this and that, don't they?
Oh, stop. And then it's only beginning. It's only the beginning of it. From mid-January onwards now, it's absolutely helter-skelter.
What is it? Is it in football, is it, Andrew?
And rugby.
Oh,
I've two. The three of them are in football. The oldest fella's in rugby. They still have the Munster under 12 final. Then the three have their league, cup, Waterford. It's just non-stop.
Oh, that's good though, mate. It's good though.
Scotty, how do you feel about your defeat there in the hockey now a few days ago? For anyone that hasn't noticed, Scotty looks fairly familiar to a world champion. That's how it starts.
You win some, you lose some, Andrew, don't you? Yeah. It's how you bounce back. It's not how you finish.
And the crazy thing is, Scotty can actually play darts.
Hey, Ice fucked that up, didn't he, Scotty?
Well, I haven't seen the Dobie win, did he? I haven't seen it.
5-3, but Price was
Did he? Yeah.
Dobie's
Yeah.
one of the players that I have my free bets on. I don't even know what he looks like or anything. So
he's in a semi-final. That's all I need to know.
What about Michael Smith? I had 2 free bets. I did him as well.
He's gone.
He went out
Is
for the
he?
first.
He's already practicing for next year, I think.
Oh, I love it.
You've been watching intently then, Joe?
I haven't watched any of it. I do like when it's on. I do like watching it. I've just been preoccupied,
Scott, did you fancy anything in this, mate? The 240?
Yeah. I have backed Strachan, all his form on heavy, coming in for a hat-trick, and I've had a small play on Antoya, a big price just for back form, but it's a stab in the dark. But no, I fancy Strachan. That's my main play.
No, fair enough. This is yours for the Trixie, wasn't it, Jack?
Yeah, catch him, Derry. Batter with Haydock last time out in the stage handicap chase. When it odds on and running, coming 2 out, and it was quickly pulled up. There was nothing wrong. Harry Skell just said he took a blow and he was never going to win, so he pulled him up. And I think he was going really well. I think the ground may have took a part of it. It was terrible ground to Haydock on Betfair Chase Day, but he's been kept good for a month. He's come back here. I think if he shows the class he's shown before this handicap hurdle at Haydock, I think he'll stand a solid chance here.
No, fair enough. Lads, obviously only a minute or so to the off, but I asked the lads their favourite meeting between now and Cheltenham, but you can't pick the DRF. Is there a particular meeting that either of you boys enjoy, Scotty?
Super Saturday at Newbury is always a good one. The Betfair Hurdle, the Game Spirit, and the Denman. I'd say that one probably.
I'd say you're probably front running as the winner. I forgot about that weekend. Joe?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Winter. Sorry. I'm looking forward to the Winter Millions this year. We've got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of quality racing. Lingfield, Warwick, Exeter, something like that. So looking forward to that one.
There you are then. There's 5 different ones, so there's plenty of decent stuff. I don't know what we were all going on about.
This weekend's good as well, man. We've got like the Lawlers of Nace and stuff. Great meets.
Yeah, that's true. I think there's a lot more kind of top quality or high class stuff over in Ireland as opposed to here in the UK. But still got the Clarence House and stuff to come on with. Betfair Hurdle, like Scotty said as well. Right, come on, itchy feet, roll back the ears.
The Cheltenham card today, though, is just not. It just seems so forced, doesn't it? Like with the different one, it just seems forced, like they're trying to force racing at us on New Year's Day. Even the
I think also it's coming off the back of the fact we've just been spoiled as well, though, Jack. So I think therefore probably our expectations probably are higher after all the quality action over Christmas.
Okay, still kicking myself from having my finger hovering over £10 on Chantry House at 12.5, and I didn't press the button.
Oh, always push the button.
I know. Lesson learned.
He won nicely as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Do you think they'll pop him into a grade 1 now and go to Ryanair and just see how he fathoms, or?
I mean, the Ultima's out of the question now again. Probably too high.
Cotswold.
The Cotswold, yeah, the Cotswold.
Twig's a big price here.
Yeah.
I love him. Oh, he's one of these horses you just love.
Yeah.
We won't talk about him. I was all over him for the Ultima last year. He got second, didn't he? So,
I'd say you could back him again for that. I'd say it's just stay over hurdles now, protect the mark, and straight to the Ultima.
Yeah.
He ran well last time. Finished second again last time, didn't he? Or was the time before that? No, first run of the season or whatever, yeah.
It's behind Beacon Edge, though. It's not the worst form, is it?
He'll have cheek pieces back on him now for for the ultimate, and he'd be a big price, and he'd probably fill a place again.
Strachan by half
Sort of
a
tempted
length.
to have a piece of him in play here, couldn't he?
Big bang. He runs to the top of the hill. Then Itchy Feet from On Tire, Deep Cave, and Catching Derry. And What a Johnny has dropped back fast after jumping flight number 4.
Yeah, he was up. He was up £4 ultimate. So you'll go to the ultimate off 147.
I've left him. I was about to press go.
What did you think of the Monty Star Embassy Gardens race? Monty Star just looked like he needed to run badly, didn't he? I thought.
Yeah.
Didn't jump too great.
He looked like he took at least 2 blows coming down the hill. When they hit the hill, come back to the second last, he looked like he was going to win. And from the back of the second last to the last, it looked like he took another blow.
Yeah. Michael Sullivan rode a great ride on MC Garden. Took it to the front. And we said on here, didn't we, Andrew? We said he's going for it already. He's coming down the hill. And he just got away from him, wasn't for catching.
That's the best I've seen Embassy Gardens jump.
Yeah.
Fences.
Like I wrote about him on my Talksport column about him. When I was writing, he was 18-1. I couldn't believe the price he was, considering the ground that was going to be there and the fact that he looked like the most likely to make the run. And his first 2 runs last season over fences, he absolutely dominated good horses from the front. It's just people have in the back of their heads the run he had at Cheltenham, where Patrick actually made the balls up by holding him up. Didn't see him whatsoever. Then the end of the season was on ground that was quicker than. Did I back him? No, of course I didn't. No.
Yeah, it was a shame this riding. National Chase. Be interesting how he goes to season, though. That was a good win, that.
And you can see as well, he can't back it up, so I'd be interested to see where he goes next out. Do they go take on Galpin at the DRF? Probably break him, if all honesty, because he's going to have to go with Galpin at the front end.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Classic Getaway go in the top of Aintree. I think that would be a little. I think Willie's got a good record in that race. I think he won it with, was it Cadmium, and he won it with Live Love Laugh.
Yeah,
similar kind of horse to me, I think.
Could be onto something there.
Could be. And he had second, didn't he? That just gone with what was the horse that come second this year?
Oh, Double Green, bloody. He ran last.
James de Burley.
James de Burley, yeah.
One, yeah.
A couple of lengths to Twig, Itchy Feet, Catching Derry's making headway.
Catching Derry.
Deep Cave is also improving on the inside. Itchy Feet losing his
Itchy Feet's jumping his hurdles like fences.
field is still well.
Did he once run in the Ryanair, Itchy Feet?
He ran in the marsh. I backed him at 40s anti-post before he won the Scilly Isles and he fell. He unseated the rider. The race that Sam Crow beat Merlin in.
Yeah. Supreme as well, didn't he? Was he third in the Supreme and Thomas Darby?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. Been going for years, hasn't he? Some record that. He's only 11.
Only 11, like. I back Catching Derry in play here, Jack. I've sided with you in play.
Yeah, going well, isn't he? What price is he in play, Joe?
I had 5-1 and he's shortening quickly, like, so hopefully we're on to something, like.
Is he in the all red colours?
Yeah, with a white star. I backed Strachan this morning in my column sort of thing, but
still going well.
Nice and
One big band will jump 2 out in third with Catching Derry taken to the outside of Twig in fourth.
Oh, he's doing Harry Skelton things here.
Yeah.
King in front though, still travelling away.
Yeah, Strachan.
Go on, Strachan.
I could do with Strachan. I put up 2 bets today when I was checking. My first was shocking, so to do with
Go on, Strachan. Kick off the bend, lad.
Yeah, are you going to ask him then or what? Fucking hell, are you asking?
Go on, Strachan. Off you go.
Harry doing Harry things.
Yeah, fucking hell. He's sad, isn't he?
Go on, Strachan. He's going to get beat
Here
by
comes
this
Johnny.
Curtis thing, isn't he?
The thing in the yellow cap.
I think he's finding Ginger on the far side.
Go on, Strachan.
Go on, Strachan, lad.
Far side
Oh,
Under the stands rails.
Oh, he
come on,
needs the line.
Strachan.
He's well ahead.
He's well ahead, yeah.
Has the advantage running up towards the line.
Get in.
Well done, Scotty.
Nice,
I'm
boys.
still on the running, so thanks, guys. I guess we won, did we?
Yeah. I tell you what, I wonder what to do with catch him, Jerry. I wonder what he's going to want there.
Right, gents, I have to pop off.
See you later,
See
Andrew.
you,
Best
Andrew.
of luck with everything else, and I will talk to you in a bit.
You too, mate. See you later.
Well, I certainly needed Strachan there. I put 2 bets today on Odds Tracker. The first was Royal Way, and he ran no race at all. So I needed that there.
Nicely
Yeah, that's
done.
got me out of. I've laid every single winner this morning. Well, the first bit of the day, I laid Aurora Vega, I laid Calif de Burley, and I laid something else, which won. So, yeah.
Eva Luna, possibly, Scotty.
No, I didn't touch her in the end. I backed 2 big outsiders in the race for small stakes. I just didn't want to get involved. When she started drifting, I just didn't want to just risk a chunk. I thought a 10 to 11, it was a lay at 5 to 4. I didn't quite want to do it. I'm kind of, I put up on the show, Ginge, I put up Lucky Place, but I just think the ground's now Salva's to lose, I think, isn't it? It's in his favour.
Yeah, you'd think so. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I feel like they've had a few issues with Salva. They pulled him out on good ground. They've had heavy, then they pulled him out. I can't put my finger on him. I don't know if he's maybe had some sort of issue, perhaps. You know?
What do you mean, Joe?
Do you know what I mean? It's one of those, isn't it? It just feels odd. How have you boys done so far this morning?
All right, not too bad. I backed Gemma and got beat. I catch him today there. It'd be interesting to see what happened there because you just Harry Shelton doing Harry Shelton things. Maybe you've got something else in mind.
That's it. Because
I just go on.
I just said he started to make his forward move, didn't he? We just thought, oh, here we go, like you know. And
I looked at him playing. He was 5 to 4 in play, but at the same time, I was saying before, it happened to Haydock.
yeah, I remember you fancied him as well, didn't you, that day?
Yeah, he's just pulled up. So I don't know if it's the horse or they just got another aim down the line. I'm not sure, but
Has he qualified for the Pertemps? Has he run in the qualifier? I don't think he has he?
Don't think so.
I always like the Aintree 3 mile hurdle. I think it's on Grand National Day for Skelton. I think he won it with West Balboa. He always seems to like that race for 3 mile hurdlers, handicappers.
No, I was just checking. I know.
Go on, Jack.
No, it's all right. I was just saying that no, he hasn't. I was just checking there, but he hasn't.
I was wondering if anybody had a fancy in the next here at Tramore.
There's no camera. It's yours to see.
Little bit late to the party, but yeah, 10. Obviously, it's just about to go off if it hasn't already.
I haven't. There's no camera here.
For me, it's I couldn't make head nor tails of it.
Not a bad race for me.
Get in touch with your boys, Liam.
My boys.
Racing TV are having technical difficulties. Race isn't showing.
It's on YouTube, I think, Tramore at the moment, today.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure they put a thing on YouTube this morning.
No, what, he done that for Boxing Day, didn't he?
Yeah. For,
yeah.
Leopard
I think
Star.
that's behind that, though, I think. Well, we have a look.
In that case, as we haven't really got much of an opinion on it, I suppose we can just preview the race after at Fairyhouse, given the fact we'll be watching along with no real interest and none of us fancy anything. Has anybody had a look at this beginner's chase at Fairyhouse? Anybody
Just
like
having a look.
Is that the Shankali one?
It is, yes.
Yeah,
I thought he was a lay. I'd be taking him on first time over 2 years. I think you'd be taking him on all day.
I'm completely with you, Scotty. Yeah, I do like the second in this race. That's my third selection today. It's gone up on anti-post angle. Cletus Poulor, travelling really well when he fell. Still get some 5s. General 4 to 1. Yeah, I'm in complete agreement, Scotty. I'd be taking Champ Kylie on.
Yeah, I think my trump card's a decent enough horse. I think he's a big price at about 11-1. I think if you're going to get him to win a race for you, maybe today, I'd maybe chance him each way. That'd be the only small probably angle I'd have.
He's just another 3-card brag, though, isn't he? Like my
Yeah,
card.
possibly.
Who was that other horse that I think it was Bective had, who consistently finished second behind Sir Gerhard? He lost his life.
Free Stripe Life.
Yes.
That's a great,
Was it
great memory.
Bective stud?
Yeah, he won at
the
8
McNeil
Manchester. Yeah.
He fell awfully. He just collapsed. I seen it right in front of me, didn't he? Just before the line, it was horrible.
He was for the McNeil family, though, wasn't he?
Oh, was he? For some reason, I got a yellow cap in my mind, and green and white silks.
They probably had 5 in the race and needed the caps. Like,
yeah.
Did one of you lads mention Attaboy Charlie the other day? Or...
Yeah,
he's definitely the one to keep on side for something. Yeah,
I think so.
I don't think it's in a beginner's chase, but yeah, in a handicap further down the line. Has seen a bit of money. The one that's been really weak is Chigarin for Henry.
Yeah,
he was third fav, and he's.
Cameras are gone more. All the cameras aren't working on track. He's saying.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's saying the cameras aren't working.
Joe Holden's calling our Joe out. He was back to Studone. And Kevin's called us all out. Apparently, we've missed Sam Twiston Davis doing. I assume that means minimum or minimal.
Doing it.
And show us then. I'm not on in play. No, I'm not. Fuck's sake. I'm just watching the in-play run here. I put splashing out up on Twitter. And I'm just watching the in-play run. I can't watch the race.
Splashing out 3.2. Gabriel Rangers 1.73.
Come on.
I'm looking forward to the Raul Q mine. This good race.
Just watching the in-play here, seeing if I won. Can't even listen to it.
Still second fav, 2.5 for me. Even money, Gabriel Ranger. Tell, this is some watch along, isn't it? What's the prices on Betfair?
He's coming back in 2.34, 2.1. So he's now favourite, 11-8 favourite.
Come on.
11-8 pair.
With him.
It is pathetic.
I've got another mile to go.
6-4 he is.
Oh.
So he's favourite 5-4 fav. 11-10 fav.
Fucking hell, these are going. I put him up at 11-2.
Oh, suspended.
Jeddies.
Oh, he's got to have been close.
Got no idea, sorry.
That's a close finish, that.
If anybody watching knows what the result is at Tramore, stick it in the comments for us. Put Jack out his misery. Joe, would you be with or against Champ Kylie?
Yeah, I don't like siding horses with a layoff. It just sort of makes me worry about my money, if you know what I mean. So I'd be with you. I think, Liam, I'd probably chance Cletus Poulor at the price. Pretty decent horse. I just think we probably haven't seen the best of him yet. Look, it's great to see Champ Kylie back, but it's just the price and the layoff, not something I tend to get involved with.
No,
is there any other channel in Ireland that puts the Irish racing on, apart from Racing TV?
RTE.
Yeah, RT2.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that now. So No.
Be Fierce won at 10-1, splashing out second at 3s. Gabriel Ranger 10-3.
Be Fierce won 50-1 in running.
Be Fierce has won, yeah, at a SP of 10, splashing out second. Splashing out was backed into 3-1 Fav second.
Turn out for the books, fellas. Turn out for the books.
Beaten by 1.5 lengths, 4 lengths back to third. Cheers, Joe. So we're all against the Fav then. We're all going to look like mugs, aren't we, in about 5 minutes? The Willie Mullins short price thing. There is some even money. He is drifting. Do any of you know much about this Omar Park in the Richie Silks? It's
Not really. Oh no. He did run off like a huge layoff, didn't he? At one point, wasn't it like 1,000 odd days?
Oh right, okay.
But I don't know too much about him since, so I'm not really contributing to that. I'm just sort of chilling in my little icon on the screen.
Yeah, that's what I make really the betting wise, and not only a few little bets, but
just looking at the form, he's ran at Fairyhouse 4 times, and he's got a third, a win, a second, and a fell last time out. So 3 of those runs are pretty good.
yeah, everyone have a look and watch Chatterboy Charlie. He finished 6th. Hard held.
But yeah, I've laid Champ Kylie for quite a bit, so yeah.
Let's hope we can get him beaten, Scotty, in that case. And then, yeah, Cletus Poulon for me.
I've only had 2 bets today. I said the one that bombed out and then a winner. So I'm going to have a little go on Cletus Poulon here, Liam. I'm going to... just for a bit of fun more than anything, as it's a New Year's Day, you know?
Absolutely. What was your winner earlier, Joe?
Strachan. Yeah, Strachan.
Oh, Strachan. Sorry, you're on as well. Oh, well done, mate.
Yeah, I just back catching Derry in play just because as soon as he started making that move, I just thought, oh, here we go. Like, you know, it was just... But I put up Royal Way. He was woeful, and I really fancied him. I must say, I only put a point up for him. But then Strachan was one of my muggy each way bets, 5-1 each way this morning. So he's started me off with a little bit of profit on day one. So happy days.
No, absolutely. And then from here, we've obviously got the Rel Keel. We've then got Handicap Chase at Tramore. And then finally, we'll finish off. For those of you that have been tuning in to the review Spaces show each week, you'll also know that Jack gave a mention to a bumper horse who makes his debut for Jigginstown and Willie Mullins in the last Fairyhouse today. So I'm not sure if a few people listened and decided to take a bit of a chancy swing at him. He was available at 33s. Not sure if that might still be around, but 33s for the bumper, but drop of threat runs in the last at Fairyhouse. And then once we're offline, another bumper horse who was given a lot of talk. He was talked up an awful lot by Tom Malone. Talk to the man, runs at Exeter. So you never know that you might have a complete different bumper market by the end of the day if those two look like they're nice sorts.
Have you boys seen the Gigginstown bumper horse that's running this weekend as well? I think I might have mentioned it in our group. Yeah. Look, could be amazing. Obviously, he's one of these Dr. Dinos, which I love. But he's out of a dam called Matney, who's had 5 foals race. Mighty Potter, Brighter Days Ahead, Coldwell Potter, French Dynamite, and Indiana Jones. Like they describe her as the dam with the golden womb, they call her. So Raven Dark as well is running this weekend, and by Dr. Dino could be anything basically. It's the first 4-year-old bumper of the season as well. So it usually has quite a good gives you a good stamp.
Nitro, yeah, uncheated.
Fair play to Joe Holden as well. He called you out, Joe, but then went back and checked his own facts, and it wasn't owned by Bective Stud. It turns out we were all wrong. So, yeah, owned obviously by a few different people as a bit of a syndicate. But, yeah, I thought Bective Stud as well, Joe, so at least we were both on the same.
Was he not
white with yellow wearing?
Was he not with Bective Stud at one point? Because after Joe sort of corrected me, I thought, that sounds about right, actually. Oh, have a look.
I think they were just similar silk colours, I think, Joe. I think that's all it was.
Yeah, it was the yellow. It was the white with the yellow. I remember
yeah,
Davey
of course.
Russell.
Yeah.
Nah,
Makes sense
Davey
now,
Russell.
doesn't it? I remember again. Got it wrong the first two times. I
Won
remember.
he won that novice hurdle at 80. To the 2.5 mile novice hurdle at 80 on Grand National Day.
I don't even know if they've got any more horses in training, are they?
No, they don't. Not that I know of, anyway.
Yeah.
I can't think of any like.
Front two in the market, mixing it up front. One's already gone by the looks of it. Is anybody watching along? Anybody have any idea what's gone?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
trump card is for them.
My trump
Oh,
card.
my trump card's gone.
Just after
That's
us talking about effective stud horse falling, he goes like,
Yeah.
God.
They're jumping well, both of these in front though, Clayton's Poolor and Champ Carley.
Yeah, I'm a
Absolutely.
bit worried about my lay here, I tell you.
It'll be
Attaboy
interesting to
Charlie,
see what you
the
find.
predominantly yellow silk's probably one for everyone to keep an eye on. I think he'll be
Yeah.
he'll be winning in a handicap in not too long.
Yeah, running into fifth probably. You'll probably see him running into. 1-1, Van Gerwen and Ritz.
Is it? Who won the first set?
Van Gerwen. Oh, wait,
Oh,
there,
right.
sorry, it might be two, actually, sorry. I thought Ritz won the first set, you never.
Van Gerwen, I thought he was out.
No.
I thought
Yeah,
you were out early.
1-1. Van Gerwen won the first set, Ritz just won the second set.
Who got knocked out earlier?
Michael Smith. Oh, today?
Price.
Yeah.
Dobie. I mean, Gerwen Price.
Oh, I swear
wait,
you kept
so
saying Van
Dobie-
Gerwen.
So Dobie's not in it now, no.
No, Dobie's in it. Dobie won.
He is still-
Dobie Van Gerwen Price, yeah. He's in the semi-finals.
You
Oh,
kept
I've
saying
only done
Gerwin. You kept saying Gerwin's out. I thought you meant Van Gerwen. I was like, right.
Dobie's in the better half of the draw. He'll play the winner of Van Gogh and Ridge, so that will give you a massive shout for the final.
Massive outro.
I only did him to win. Again, I've literally just winged it. I just found a price and clicked the button.
Hey,
From three
have a look at
matches.
that boy Charlie. Yeah, look at that boy Charlie, though he's travelling.
Yeah, really strongly.
Handbrake jobby.
Greatest Poolor's jumping fantastic, you know.
I need him to save my bacon here.
Champ Carley.
Is he getting to work slightly on him?
No, they're both just plodding along in front.
There we are. He's taking it up. Good jump.
Just hope that Champ Carley can get a bit tired after the long layoff and just finish second. You'd be happy with that.
Yeah, Scotty would be delighted with it, I think. Good jump.
Oh, yes. Greatest Poolor's going well, isn't he? Is this chosen witness on the outside?
Oh, I backed him so many times in bumpers, that horse. Uh-oh.
Champ Carley's absolutely cruising along.
Yeah, I think I'm
Dicky.
done here. I've done it. Go on, Peter.
Out jumped him there.
Still on the bit, though.
Yeah,
Hard held as well, isn't he?
yeah. Good night.
That's some run this is from Champ Kylie, mate.
Yeah, 2 years off the track. Yeah, well. Oh!
Wee.
What a. Hey, tell you what, mate.
Impressive.
That could be the RSA winner right there. 2 years off the track to right now.
Wow,
He'll
that was
be
impressive.
very impressive. Wow.
That wouldn't have been for me, like for a bet, you know. That was bloody
No,
impressive.
no,
that was.
Mate. If there's any consolation, Scotty, you've got some admirers anyway. It's only
That's got to be boss, man.
Of course it is. He's probably out trolling everyone online.
trolling everyone. Right, so I'm assuming we're back over to Cheltenham for the big one, the rail keel. Said you were looking forward to this, Joe, so I'll let you kick off. What do you fancy?
I've got a little bit of a dark horse in it. I know a lot of people have been drawn to Salva and Lucky Place and Golden Ace. And I backed Lucky Place, put him up as my strongest bet of the weekend when he won last time out in the Howden Ascot hurdle. But I quite like Gal Road here. He's dropping back in trip, which isn't always his optimum, but I think these conditions bring him right into play. And he's really good round Cheltenham. He's consistent. I just think at the prices, he's looking a little bit too big at the minute. Salva, as I've mentioned, God knows what they've been doing with him. He's been an on-runner on good ground, heavy ground. Just wondering if he's had a few niggles or something possibly not quite right with him. I was a massive fan of Golden Ace last year. I'm not 100% on her this season. So, look, I quite like Gal Road here. I don't mind the drop back and trip in these conditions. It sort of counteracts the fact he's dropping back in trip, and he will handle the conditions as well. So, I'll take my chance on the local boys winning here, Liam, with Gal Road at 9-1.
Fair enough. Scotty, time to bounce back, mate, or obviously just put a cap pin in it for the day. What do you like in this?
I did like Lucky Place, but I just think the way the ground is and the way the rain's come, I think Salva, I know he's got question marks, but I do think it's his to kind of like step up now. But I do have like a little sneaky feeling Gal Road will run well, but I just don't think he's up to the class of some of them. But I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna have a few quid on Salva.
Jack?
Yeah, probably Salva for me with the conditions. Lucky Place run really, really well here. Golden Ace, run really well here at the end of last season, all 2 mile 4. She stands a good chance, obviously, but I think I'm going to start with Salva just simply because of the conditions, and she's bound to get a win soon. She hasn't won the season yet after impressing so massively last season, so be Salva.
2 for Salva, 1 for Gal Road, and I actually think he's going to be off today. And I think he's come here to pick up some all-important prize money for Dan Skelton's charge towards the title. And I think Langadan can win this and can win it well. I know it. There's not going to be going handicapping with him. He's going to be targeted at the stayers.
He's a springboard for him.
It's got that kind of spring feel in the air, though, hasn't it? You know, it's not that cold. It's not that wintry. So, yeah, I think he'll like the ground. I think this will be more of his optimum trip as opposed to the 3 miles as well.
That's a good point. That's a very good point, actually, the trip as well, for sure. He's got to come back sooner or later, hasn't he? We're not far away from the festival now, so...
That's it, yeah. He's been a much easier horse. I'm just playing out what's going to happen in the post-race interview, but he's been a much easier horse to train this year, probably. It was his ideal track and trip, so on and so forth. And yeah, I'm sure that he won't be pulled into the steward's room if he does hack up. So yeah, I'm actually going to have a little play as well on Langadan. So yeah, I quite fancy him. So we'll see if he's off.
Right, where are we? Got 5 minutes, haven't we? So Langadan is a bit of a road shout, that Liam.
Yeah.
The money's coming for him, mind as well. So
yeah.
It would give you a bit of confidence too, like.
Yeah, 4-1 on Sky Bet now, like.
Yeah, from 11-2 as well. You know, so he's receiving plenty. Oh.
Yeah, it's not overly strong on the exchange as of yet, but
Rachel Watmore's getting some stick on now for the Radon. The Radon on this side. I don't think she done had that wrong with me. I just thought it was a better ride than the winner.
Yeah, horse wasn't good enough today.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I've got through some Strepsils this Christmas period. That's all I needed for Christmas.
You sound better than you did when you come on, anyway.
Yeah, I do feel a bit better.
Yeah, I forgot you hadn't been too well, actually. I'm sorry, mate. I forgot.
Yeah, no, that's all right, mate. Yeah, not been the best. Yeah, I was in bed well early yesterday. Just went downhill rapidly. Yeah.
Hey, this Ritz is it 8-180s already. Yeah, we've only got 1.
They were giving him some banter about his lid, weren't they? The other night.
Yeah, you see it, Barney? Oh, it's the worst I've ever seen him.
Who's that for?
Ritz. Oh, Ritz.
Oh.
He's playing East Van Garen now. He's winning, but it's 1-1 now. 1-1 and sets, 1-1 and legs.
Do you think the ground's soft enough for Salva? I know that it's officially soft, but it doesn't seem
It
on the
doesn't look it.
soft, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it doesn't, does it?
Doesn't seem it at all. Watching them gallop there, there's no mud coming up with her or anything, so
He's right, like kickback, isn't it?
yeah, I think it's not as bad as we thought it was going to be. Maybe that's why Langadan's seen a bit of money as well. Not really. I'd see Golden Ace reversing the form with Lucky Place today.
Yeah, none of us have given her a mention. Obviously, she beat Brighter Days ahead at the festival. I think we're just being a bit quick to write her off. It's a bit unfair.
Yeah,
She
well,
could be an absolute
yeah,
steal of the price, couldn't she, at 11-4?
The thing is, she was really straightforward though last year, and she just looked a little bit awkward the last day. I mean, it was her first start of the season, so she's entitled to come on for it. But it just sort of put me off her a little bit, to be honest. And I might be looking into it too much, you know. But
Yeah, perhaps if he was trained with a more fashionable stable, people wouldn't be so dismissive, perhaps. Because obviously, I think the market's been a bit dismissive as well. The fact that she's 5-2. Yeah, I imagine she'd be a lot shorter if she was in a little bit more of a fashionable.
There's a proper head scratch to this race, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a fair few who'll win here. Can't have Lucky Place. I don't think Lucky Place will be winning. He'll probably come back to bite me on the arse now, but I can't have him. I reckon it's Messina 3. He could just win here with Langadan, then send them graded races.
I think so, yeah.
A few runs as well early on in his career, early on in the season, just to.
The fact as well, like Langadan's receiving weight from Lucky Place.
yeah, that's mad. That's mad when you think of it. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and he's rated £15 higher on official ratings.
It's a 40 grand pot for the winner. Gets 40 grand.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think Skelton's that stubborn to just continually run him poorly, really, over the course of the winter period to prove his point. No doubt he did have ulcers and whatever else last year, but do you think they'll have a go at this?
Yeah, you're starting to sort of tempt me in a little bit as well, I must say.
He's lined up like it's a going day. He's third.
He's got half the field behind him.
Yeah. I don't think it's a bad bet for the Stayers either. I think there was some 33s around for him.
Yeah, I put a post up about him on Twitter literally in like June or July. I got slated for saying that he'd have a chance in that, but he's got the right running style, hasn't he? I love him for that.
Yeah, loves the course.
Especially in the Stayers now. I think Tehubu just wins it, but there's value to be had there because Tehubu's so short.
That's the thing. It is price, isn't it, Jack? You can afford to have a go at a bigger price if you're already on Tehubu, like, can't you? Can
Yeah.
take a swing at something.
Golden Ace hasn't jumped really well the first few. She was a bit sticky.
Yeah, brought to the back.
That's what I mean, Scotty. But last year she was mustard over hurdles, right? But she's been dodgy this season. Go on, Galro. We'll go from the front way.
Didn't they win the race? This race a few years ago, the stable.
With I like to move it, wasn't it?
No,
you're too much. Yeah, but look.
Can't remember the name of it.
One thing about racing TV, you don't really get the sectionals early on, do you?
No.
tackle. Thunder Rock has moved upside. Salva to dispute fourth. Golden Ace continues to bring up the rear. Freewheeling now. Flying from the 5. Gal Road by a couple of lengths. Lucky Place, Manga Down, Thunder Rock and Salva. Finally Golden Ace. Heading to the middle flight of hurdles in the slide, which will be the 6th of the 10 flights. Gal Road leads Lucky Place. A length and a half between them.
Seems like he's setting a good gallop here, though. Gal Road. Maybe try and make it a staying test.
Let's cover them. Prepare to take 4 out. Gal Road led for it. Lucky Place. Salva has gone past Lancashire down. Inside into third. Thunder Rock is next. And as they turn left-handed to head up the hill, Golden Ace remains the back marker.
That Thunder Rock is a pig, like, isn't he?
He's another one who's tripless and obstacle-less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see him at Chester in the summer.
Yeah. They win the Lazarus or something.
Slowly fading away. They're still there. But
Lucky Place has travelled like a dream, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Golden Ace is just pounding on them, isn't she waiting late?
Lucky Place as they prepare to make the descent, with Salva in third on the inside of Lancashire down, and Golden Ace has gained Thunder Rock to be last, but in truth there's still only 5 or 6 lengths between them. So running down towards the...
Salva's going to have to be good to win it from there.
So was Langadan. Langadan's fell to the back of the... Yeah. Not today, Liam.
Maybe it's not spring
Taylor.
just yet, like.
is the back marker as they clear away from 2 outs. Gal
Back on. He's back on, isn't
Place with Silver right behind in third. Harry Skelton.
he?
Go on, stretch him, Gal.
Lorcan Williams is edging closer on Golden Ace. Thunder Rock is struggling in the race.
Salva's cruising. So is Golden Ace.
Golden Ace within 2 lengths of the lead in fourth, and that quartet.
Oh, now you got stuck in trouble there.
Thunder Rock and Langadan, who's weakened quickly. 4 of them with a live chance heading towards the final flight. Lucky Place has now collared long-time leader Gal Road. Golden
Good
Ace
job.
Oh!
on the run for out.
Go on, Gal Road. Get up, boy.
Advantage under Nico de Boim.
Go on,
Come back now, Rose.
Go on, Gal Road.
Gal.
Golden Ace.
Get up, boy. Get up, Gal.
Oh!
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 Lucky Place proving
Fuck off.
Ah, you suck.
I couldn't have had that on the Sundays, me. I didn't think that was going to win.
Tell you what,
That's
he's
so frustrating.
found a bit more and giving weight away. Fair play. He
Yeah,
might
well-
actually stay as contender.
With a penalty, like.
Know that Dave over at Cheltenham put him up at some nice prices for the stayers. Oh yeah, Langadan, Spring Horse. Move on quickly from that.
As you were saying in it,
Right.
You'll go to Coral Cup again, won't he?
yeah.
What do you do with Golden Ace now? Like, that's
Quick
That's
run county
nice.
hurdle.
come there and just get down and back into after 2 mile.
The 25 past 3, you noticed a bit of a gamble last night in this, Jack, at Tramore.
Yeah.
The one with Philip M right on board.
Both of the top 2 in the market. I got a message. I think I forwarded on to you to for the bookies to stay clear of the top 2. So I'll probably go for the outside of the 2, which is Isham.
11-8 now, Aidan May.
Yeah, some
Jesus,
cunt.
what? Charles Burns doing Charles Burns thing.
Naughty Charles. The thing is, I just can't trust. Like, you don't know what's going on, do you? So just
Not
steer
with Charles. I can never catch his sort of bets right.
No. Walk away, Harry. Absolute certainty at 66-1 for the Albert Bartlett. The thing can't even win a maiden hurdle. He's off a mark about 1. I suppose YouTube won't have looked at this race in depth at all, but at a glance, is there anything that jumps out to you, or any horses names that ring a bell?
Yeah, I actually did have a look last night, but not the ones Jack mentioned. But the money that's come for them has to be significant now. But Ardfort Mary, I always look at these Marys because my nan, bless her, she was called Mary. So I always have a look. But Danny Mullins has been booked for the ride here, and he actually ran quite a nice race on his penultimate start at Gorham. So I'd give him a little bit of a squeak. The money going the other way in the market may not be ideal though, because they do like a bet. This Tramore stable. So but again, it's a no bet. It's a small betting day for me today, to be honest. A real small betting day, but perhaps Ardfort Mary for the nan.
Good man, Scotty.
Don't fancy anything, Liam, in this one. I'm going to sit out with this one, mate.
No problem. There's been a bit of money on the exchange for McIver. That'll probably do. McIver.
McIver. That's McIver.
McIver then. Jesus. God, how pedantic. All right, McIver.
Have another go.
And as I say that, well, if you look at the horses above and below it are 20s and 25s on the machine. I mean, he's around about 15 to 1. But yeah, I'm going to follow you in, Jack, although it's getting a little bit weaker. That Ishan, I did have a couple of quid last night when you flagged it up. So
yeah, I was going to have a punt on him myself, but he's only 11 to 2. He's 15 to 2 in places anyway. Or is he on the exchange?
You can get 9s in the win only market.
Jesus. Yeah, I can't bring myself to back 11 to 2. I can't. I'm not having him.
Trying to see where he's lined up.
Who's this Jack? Ishan you're on about, are you?
Yeah, Ishan.
You're getting 4 places if you want a bit of a muggy each way.
I know. I can only get 11 to 2 though. I'm not going to take. I can't bring myself to take 11 to 2. But there's none to go and draw him in.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
He's on the slide as well now. Yeah. This thing's being pummeled in for Burns. That went on a bit of a sequence as well, didn't it? First, then they gambled on it again. Second, first. God knows how much he's gone up in the handicap this Odin May.
Yeah. So you're going Bolton now, watch. You know what it is.
You also seen some money before the off, Joe? Unless that's just your money. How much you had on?
It's not mine. It's not mine, this one. I said I sort of even like last night and the night before, I was like, I can't wait for New Year's Day, expecting it to be like a Boxing Day extravaganza. Then I started going through the cards, just thinking, what have we got here, like, you know?
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. Oh.
Plenty of money for Ishan now before the off on the exchange.
Jack's decided to have a go.
I know. I need to try and get myself an exchange account.
Has anybody used Matchbook? Do you know what the liquidity is like on there?
Yeah, sort of like Spread X. I don't like Matchbook at all.
No.
It's a bit laggy as well. Like you'll click, say you're going and playing, you're getting a 5-to-1 shot. He moves an inch, and they'll as you press place bet, you're getting 2s and stuff. It's unreliable, is what I'd call Matchbook. Sorry to call out anyone who's listening for Matchbook there.
Yeah, we are open for sponsorships from Matchbook. Joe's views are not the views held by the Register and WatchAlong. Joe reckons Golden Ace more of a 2-miler. Do you think that rings true? Obviously, won the novice second too, didn't you?
Definitely true.
She's got to brush up on that jumping mind. She was mustard last year. That's what sort of kept her so genuine, really. But she's got to jump better now. That's twice in a row this year she's been poor.
Did she run over 2 miles her first start out this season?
No,
mile
it was
3.
2 mile 4. Yeah, 2 or 3 or 4. It was again. That was behind Lucky Place, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
stuff last time.
Do you think she's
So
just
how-
better going at a better clip then, perhaps?
Yeah,
I think
maybe
so.
so.
I reckon in
Yeah.
a big runner handicap like the county hurdle, that would suit her.
That's a shout. That is.
Yeah, we had some mares over the years as well who've won a fair few of those handicaps. I mean, Indefatigable. You had the Dam Compiègne. Who was the one who went from the front in the orange?
Evan Helpos, she won the Coral
Yes,
Cup.
that's the one. Yeah.
Evan Helpos. Remember when William Miller got like 7 places? No, because it was the first race of the Supreme at Cheltenham Festival. I backed her 100-1. She finished 7th, and I got me square money on it. That's when I first started getting into the horse racing. That. Then I backed her.
Sorry.
But, no, go on.
I was going to say, have you lads backed any horses, off the back of the Christmas period for Cheltenham?
Let me have a look.
I have, yeah. So I've backed Olympic Man any race.
What price did you get there? What price did you get there, Leo?
14s.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think he could be a National Hunt Chase or even a Turner's. But yeah, I think he would have given Dancing City a right good scare. If not for the absolute horrific mistake that he made. So he'd need to improve his jumping. He wasn't the greatest hurdler as well, but hopefully he might have learned from that. I don't know if Danny stayed on board, to be honest, that day.
Yeah,
But,
it was like he did a star jump, wasn't it? Off the back of him, sort of mid flight. His arms were like this. He was like.
So yeah. That's the main bet. Anything else? I backed, again, probably a bit of a madman move, but I've played Country Mile in the County Hurdle at 16s. But no, I've kept my powder quite dry. I did it back a few earlier in the season. Regent Stroll for the Bartlett, Corbett's Cross for the Ryanair.
Corbett's Cross, they need to send him hurdling, like get him in the Staters, perhaps. Like,
yeah, it's probably not a bad show. Yeah, the thing is, he was so good in the bowl. Like
and in the National Hunt Chase.
Jerry Calam in open company, coming out of novice company at the end of last season, I thought he'd really kick on. I'd just get more and more worried that they're going to try and go down the Grand National route and have a couple, and JP will have a couple at it.
Yeah, well, especially after the King George. I think Spillane Tower will probably be the Ryanair horse.
Yeah.
Just telling Ginge and Jamie, I put a few quid on Highland this morning for the Ultima 20-1. He's qualified now, and I think he's going to be off 145 if he doesn't run again, which just puts him, I think, in that nice little bracket. I think Chianti won it off 142 or 143 last year.
Yeah.
So he's obviously won twice at Cheltenham as well, and he ran a nice race behind the Jukebox Man at Kempton, going the wrong way round for him. So I thought it was a good little price at 20s.
That form's just been franked today as well, because Springwell Bay was behind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Correct won it off 145, did he? 146?
He won his second one off 144, I think.
Yeah, that could be a great bet, Scotty. That could.
Yeah, like it. It's nice when you start picking apart a puzzle and you think you've got one for a handicap nice and early, you can get on.
And then they bomb out and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Don't run.
Stand on a stone, yeah.
I am all over one now for the Mayor's Chase since Christmas. I think bioluminescence is a lump job at the moment. I do.
I backed it this morning, Joe. I took 12.5 this morning.
Yeah, I got 12s. I've had my biggest. I backed the big Westerner for the Bartlett, and then I had a lump on bioluminescence. Like these mares that go chasing, in my opinion, seem to have one good season and then never seem to be able to hit the heights again. If you have a look at the market, you've got Dino Blue. She's not winning it this year. Limerick Lace isn't winning it. They've even got Hauka de Taber in the market. She's RIP. Then they got Cargazy. She's staying over hurdles. Only by Night has been declared for the 2 miler, which means she's probably not going to go down the mare's route. I mean, 12-1 is absolutely monstrous absolutely monstrous for bioluminescence. I'd be filling your boots. I certainly did today and yesterday.
The Limerick Lace got stuffed today as well, didn't she?
Did she get beat? Did she? Wow.
Allegory
She's
won
probably
by
gonna go
half.
for the nut.
Yeah, Allegory won by half the track.
Did she? Allegory the
Yeah.
fatty?
Yeah, Riviere de Tel hit the second last and fell, or the third last. She was beat anyway, so she won it well, to be fair to her.
She was jumping right throughout the race and actually jumped into one of the wings, obviously upside
No
down. And then she broke one of the wings when she fell. It was just taking her up too close at the inside, really. I thought he was
Yeah.
I don't know if it was who was on board, Sam Ewing perhaps. But they were definitely giving a warning.
She's always been a bit of a nutcase, Riviere de Tel.
Yeah.
Oh, the favourite at Tramore was coming for a challenge. He ran into the last fence.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you what. Do you want to know what's won it?
What?
Macaver.
Mackay.
Oh my God, McIver.
Might not be able to say its name, but can find it when it's a winner.
Yeah.
Not a dime.
That's right. There's loads of French horses you can't pronounce these days. Like you can just, put it in that bracket.
But I didn't think I'd have a problem with English, Joe, to be honest with you. We'll fire over to the last race then. Jack, you've only had me waiting about 4 weeks to see this thing run, so hopefully it is a bit of a start. I need something to lead the day with on a positive note, albeit I did have a 22-1 bit of place money, which isn't the end of the world. But yeah, he must have had his problems. He's 5 turning. Oh, is he turned 6? Obviously, now it's the 1st of January.
Yeah.
So Gerhard won the bumper as a 6-year-old, didn't he?
Yes, Gerhard won it. There's been a few. Can't even off the top of my head. I think there's been 3 or 4 in the last 15 years. So it wouldn't be too much of a concern. At least he'd matured anyway.
I think the Mullins wouldn't run him unless he was ready as well. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder if the market's made a move just because he had a entry, or if people's had a few quid anti-post to see what price he is now for the champion.
I don't know much about this dropper threat, to be honest. This is usually sort of an area where I'd be able to give a bit of info, but I've not really got much on him.
Yeah, this is the one where I got a message a while ago, Joe. Like it was about 4 or 5 weeks ago now, at least, saying about it was a forwarded message, and the lad, I'm not going to say who it is, but you'd trust the lad if you knew what it was. I'd tell you he's off Dingo, but he said he'd been to the yard and apparently this dropper's head's an absolute beast. He said he's a 6-year-old, if they run him over Christmas and New Year, get on him, put up a champion bumper. So I backed him with the champion bumper, like. So I'm only taking that with a pinch of salt, of course, but when I tell you who the lad is, you'll understand why.
Yeah, no, sure. I said I got a few sort of connections within Elliot's team. They were telling us about the Gigginstown horses that Elliot has, sort of thing. But it's interesting that they've got this one with Mullins. Like, I don't get any info from.
But it was 1 second. Let me just get it up.
So yeah, Joe, I know there's a delay in the comments and them coming through, so I'm sure you've realised. But yeah, that's what we've just been chatting about. Yeah, drop a threat in this. Jack's had whispers that he's a very talented horse, so we'll find out in about 5 minutes. 33 still readily available almost across the board. If anyone did want a punty swing at the bumper in January.
Bit keen, like, what?
The second place ahead of no present like time. Constantly rock. Put it down the bend by and then Lark Belton. Making the bend to round up along the side of the track. Good deal the leader from out wide, Robert Tread. Robert Tread followed by the present like time. More to the inside is Constantly.
So when you on next going racing, is DRF, you're waiting until DRF now, Joe. And Scotty, what about you?
Yeah, DRF.
Scotty, when we next see you in the racing, Cheltenham, is it, or?
I'm not going to be over till November for the November meeting, I don't think.
No, I mean the rest of the season.
Yeah, I won't be over till November. I've got too much going on.
No, sorry, yeah.
But we're going to have a bit of a big old November of it this year now, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll be back in England before the Cheltenham Festival, after the DRF before the Cheltenham Festival. Probably have Scotty and the Cheltenham Exchange and Jamie all at mine again. And if you two boys come down, we'll get as many as we can and we'll have a good old
absolutely.
Good
I think I'll probably go Cheltenham, Jack, at Trials Day, and then.
I'll come down November, therefore.
Oh, well, hold on. Is Trials weekend the same weekend as the DRF?
No, week before.
Weekend before. The Beth Fair Chase is on the 25th to the 28th, whatever the weekend falls on.
Yeah.
And the Cheltenham's normally like the 18th to the 21st, whatever the weekend falls on there.
So, yeah, and then off over to the DRF after managing to find some reasonably priced flights.
You could have a look at the ferry, unless it's just a bit of a mission.
I just couldn't believe until somebody said the other day there were flights from Liverpool for like 74 quid. I was like, I'll have another look then. And there were loads of reasonably priced flights from Birmingham.
400 quid, weren't they?
Yeah, they were like £400, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for the DRF. I said I'm not, even though I'm Cheltenham born and bred and I always go to the festival, I'm not even going to go this year. Like, I'm just going to go to the DRF.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew was saying there he's going away for Cheltenham Festival and it's costing him less.
Is it Mallorca that we're going to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's all right, Darren. In the sun, €2 pints. Jobs are good.
Sounds good, doesn't it? That does sound good.
Tell you what, this thing.
Running around the home turn, less than 3 furlongs to go. They jump into January Fairyhouse bumper.
Can we pulled up?
It's good deal.
What the fuck?
Jesus. It's actually been pulled up.
Yeah. Stopped on its feet. What the fuck? That's mad. That's going well, ain't it? And just quickly pulls up.
He can't have been an easy horse to train, given the fact that he's now 6. He's only just seen a race course. Wow. I think that's not the day.
Yeah. Well, all that way for that. Jesus Christ.
There is another horse that was talked up, as I mentioned earlier, by Tom Malone. People keep an eye out for that if they want to. Punting in bumpers and anti-post is your kind of thing. Talk to the man. Tom Malone was very keen on his future prospects, but of course he's a British horse and he's trained by Paul Nicholls, who would be the biggest fan of the Champion Bumper. I suppose before we finish, lads, anything to add from you guys? Any big eye catcher that first comes to mind from today? Anything with a view to Cheltenham?
No, just fill your boots of bioluminescence for the Mare's Chase. She's your winner. I've already decided. I'm all in, confident as you like on her now for the Mare's Chase. But nothing from today. It's been a quiet punting day for me today. There's a Mare's Chase winner right now.
Perfect. Jack, Scotty, anything to add?
Just Captain Derry. Don't know if it's just the horse or what, but he just seems to go out like a light. I don't know if that's the plan or the horse just doesn't like to win, but he has won plenty of times. So still to give you the reason that he does like to win, maybe he got something else in mind. It was giving a proper high Skelton Brad, but the winner at one stage. Just the eye catcher there, Captain Derry. Just keep him on side. It's just a bit of head scratcher, so be keeping him on side, see what happens, but not on majorly just yet. Obviously, we'll have our review show where we'll have more, but
fair enough.
Get this day over with.
No, nothing to add, mate, to be honest, from today, no.
No, okay, no. The next watch along is on the 4th of January. I think there's some cards at Newcastle, and a couple of other places. I can't remember off the top of my head. There's been so much racing going on the last few days. So just finally, Happy New Year to everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for jumping on again, lads. And I'll speak to you all very soon.
See you.